Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is actually going to be a very successful reading vlog. We are already manifesting it. We are not going to be posting another reading vlog without me actually reading in it because I'm tired of that. We're tired of that, okay? So we're already starting off this reading vlog with a bang because I've already finished 2 books and I'm already on my 3rd book for this week. Y'all, it is Thursday. I'm really proud of myself because I literally read like 7 books back to back at the end of July, and now it's the beginning of August and I've already finished 2 books and it's 5 days into August, which I guess it's not that great if you want to look at it that way, number wise. Like if I could read a book per day, cool, that'd be great. Sometimes I can do that depending on how long my audiobook is, how much I'm actually listening to my audiobook. Like I mainly listen to my audiobooks when I'm at work just because that's just the main time that I get to listen without being distracted or doing something else at home. Well, I just like doing it at work because it just makes time go by so fast, and I think that's just what made me love reading again, is just knowing that I actually can really escape, because I'm just, life, I just want it to go away right now. Like it just, I'm having a lot of hard times this month, last month, it's just been very hard. So I just love being able to escape to books again, and it's just kind of crazy how much I forgot that. And I'm just so happy that I get to do that again because it just helps me get through work so much more, and then I can do when I come home. Like I usually just come home and finish my audiobooks just so I can have finished my one for the day. So anyway, I'm just like ranting now because I'm just so excited about reading again, but like it's new because I haven't been reading and like at all this year. Like I just read 9 books from January to July, and then I just randomly picked up 7 more and now 3 more. So we're just gonna keep going and I'm having a good time. Like I'm really just like trying to dive into books and I'm like scared to start. And so we're just gonna talk about them now, and I really just forgot that I won't have my phone to look up my books that I'm gonna need to talk about. Okay, so we are back, got my laptop, we are okay. So, first book that I started off this month with was not a banger. I mean, it's better than the second one that I read, but anyway, it was Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover, okay? So this is my second coho book that I've read, and it let me down, and I really thought this was gonna be I thought this book was gonna be like a new favorite of mine, but was I mistaken, okay? So this book, so this girl named Tate, right? She goes to live with her brother because she's about to become a RN, and she still can't move out on her own yet. She can't afford it just yet while she's working and going to school. And so, you know, her first day going to her brother's apartment, there's this cute guy sitting outside his door, like all drunk as fuck. She's like freaking out, comes to find out that this guy's name Miles Archer. She basically like drags him in her brother's apartment and is like taking care of him, whatever. She finds out later on that they're friends. So this is kind of like a brother's best friend trope, but like they can't be together and like he won't let them be together. So they end up becoming a strictly just friends with benefits, right? Okay. Then they have to like deny that they have feelings for each other, and it just goes into Miles' past a lot and why he doesn't want to open himself up, and it's a good plot, but I just didn't vibe with the characters. I literally could not have cared less about the characters, and I really did not like Tate and Miles together at all. They had chemistry, yeah, like the sex wise, but like I think I gave this a 3-star, maybe even like a 2.5. like I don't know, coho let me down on this one. I'm really sad. And the second coho book that I actually read this month was Maybe Someday, okay? Can we just laugh? Because please, I never ever thought that I would be sitting here saying, oh yeah, I've read that book. Because what? This book came out like when I was like 15, 14? I don't know. I'm 21 now, so like this is something that I totally would have read when I was like 15. Not any age higher, maybe like 13 even. Maybe that's a little risky actually. Anyway, this is about a girl and Sydney. Her boyfriend ends up cheating on her with her best friend, which is like his best friend too, which is just like, sis, I would have probably seen that coming. I don't know. I don't want to be mean. Like I can't say I like Sydney. She really was not really likable. However, I did kind of like whatever his face was. It was some weird name, Ridge. I always thought his name was being called Rich on audio, because obviously I read all these books on audio because I don't physically read. It's about her getting cheated on by her boyfriend with her best friend, his best friend, whatever. And then she kind of has like nowhere to go, and Ridge, you know, he plays
the guitar. He sits out on the balcony and plays guitar, and she goes and sits outside with him and like listens to his music and makes lyrics up to his guitar playing, and it's just so romantic, you know?
because we all do that, right? Okay. Oh, he kind of just like takes her in with barely even knowing her, like a week maybe, 2 weeks maybe, and he just like says, yeah, you can live with me. So they live together. He has like a whole heap of people that he lives with too. Long story short, she basically has to write songs with him for his band. I didn't know he was deaf because I didn't actually read the description of the story at all. I just went in with it. Fuck it, you know? Coho. Gave that book 2 stars. It just wasn't it for me. Currently, I am listening to a book that I never thought I would actually ever pick up in my life. But somehow Steph Bower, I think that's how you say her last name, I'm sorry if that's wrong, kind of really made me want to listen to this book. And that would be The Deal by Elle Kennedy. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not even, I don't know how far I am with it, but like I kind of like it. And I never thought I would say that. Like, this is part of a series, which I actually kind of think that I'm going to finish now because I'm like really wanting to just eat up an entire series in one sitting right now. I don't know why that is. But after doing that to the trilogy with The Girl in 6E, that series really made me just want to like binge other series. So that's why we're here. This is about a girl named Hannah, and she's like kind of like the smartest girl in her class. And this popular hockey guy comes over and asks if she could tutor him because he has to pass in order for him to play hockey or whatever, this test that they have. And so they kind of make up a deal that she will tutor him if she like fake dates him or something, because she has a crush on this other guy who's like a complete dick. I think I don't really care for him. I feel like he's a total douche canoe. And so they have to like fake date in order for her crush to notice her, and obviously it happens. So, and then as that's happening, her and Garrett obviously like start to connect more and things start to happen, and it's just kind of like, oh. And so that's kind of where we're at right now. I feel like I'm almost done this book because I feel like I've already seen everything that's already happened. So, but I didn't mind it. Like, I'm excited over it so far, so we'll see where this goes. But anyway, I'm gonna shut up now because that's all the books that I've had to talk about, and this has been super long for like the first intro of my vlog. Also, it's Thursday, so this is gonna be a really sporadic vlog. It doesn't really matter, I guess, though, so it's just a reading vlog. We're gonna stop calling it weekly. We're just gonna call it reading vlogs now because we know I don't do weekly shit. So, hi guys. So I am in my kitchen now, and I'm about to make myself some lunch. I'm off work, so I really don't eat lunch at work. I don't know. I eat lunch at like 9 a.m. okay, because I fucking go to work at 5. So anyway, in my kitchen, got the back door open because it's really nice out today, and I think I'm going to make something with tofu. Will that be with noodles? Would it be with something else? I have no idea. But I got like some tofu that I made up the other day, so I'm gonna try and make something with that. Maybe with broccoli, and then I'm gonna go to a bookstore. I also have to do a Depop package too before I leave. Gotta remember to do that. So my dog's right there. Hi, Gil. Well, yes, that is what I'm going to go do, and I'll talk to you guys later. So we are back from the bookstore and dropping off my Depop package. I also stopped on the way home for Starbucks and a banana nut loaf because I deserved it. I got 5 books to show you guys, and I found some really good books. Like, I did a second loop, and that's when I found like the best books. So I'm excited to share this with you because I'm pretty proud of it. I got Mush back here. Look, he has no tail now. He's doing good. Mush. I feel like I've seen this before, but I never decided to pick it up or ever read it. But that is Long a Bright River by Liz Moore. I didn't want to leave this behind because it sounded really good. It's based in Philadelphia, which is literally, I'm in PA, so I'm like super close to Philadelphia. It's about these 2 siblings who are on different sides of basically like the epidemic, and the one goes missing, and it just kind of sounds really interesting, and like it could take many different turns. Next 3 books are really good ones that definitely took me by surprise. First one being Yolk, I don't know, by Mary H.K. Choi. I tried reading Emergency Contact from her before, but it just wasn't good and I didn't like it. I have no idea what this is about, but I know it is super gorgeous and I couldn't leave it there. So oh, it's like glossy and you can see like her silhouette on there still. I don't know. It's really cool. I decided I had to take it with me, even though I know nothing of what it's about, but you can see hands and it's just really cute. I like what she does with her books. Next book is one that I've literally been dying to get my hands on for ages now, and that is Sheets. This is literally just sitting there in like the kids section with graphic novels, and this is literally just about like a little ghosty dude, I think, and it's literally just like a cute little graphic novel, and I'm really excited to read this because I've been dying to get my hands on this like forever, and it looks like somebody has their name written up there, so it's pretty cute. But yeah, I'm so excited to read this. All right, and the last book that I have that I'm not really sure how I'm feeling about is The Honey Dauntless by Christina Lauren. I've been wanting to read this for a while now, and I finally got it. I feel like I'm not super into Christina Lauren anymore. I feel like I was like a year ago, but now I feel like I've just kind of found different authors that don't really disappoint, I guess you could say, because I tend to not like a lot of their books. Like, they have a lot of hit or misses, so I'm hoping that this isn't one of them. I have a feeling it's gonna be a miss just because I've heard a lot of bad things about this book, but we're gonna give it a try still. So these are the 5 books that I got today, and they're so cute. I'm so excited to read them. I'm gonna go eat my banana nut loaf and watch some booktube, and I'll talk to you guys later. We're doing a chunk, boy. Got you. Hey everyone, so happy Monday. I kind of started this vlog on like Friday, I think, and I never really finished it or it went anywhere, but I'm here to give some reading updates because I actually finished, I think, a book since we last talked, and I just started another one, which they're all not going to really be surprising because I am actually attempting to finish all of the like Briar U like campus books, like the series right now, just because I'm really having a fun time. I finished the 2nd book. I'm on my 3rd one right now, which is The Score, and this focuses on Dean. I never really cared for Dean. I didn't really care for any of the other side characters until they actually had their own books, so that's kind of why I'm like okay with like giving the books further into the series a chance. Hoover's here with me, because I didn't really feel any sort of like connection with any of the characters, so I'm like willing to give them and their story a chance. So now I'm really liking it like a lot more than I think I liked the 2nd book. I didn't really care for the 2nd book just because of the characters, and as for the 3rd one, I think I'm liking this one a lot more than the 1st one, or they're at least equal. But I think the 1st one was just kind of like me just trying to get a feel for Elle Kennedy's writing and if I would like to continue on with her series, but after obviously finishing the last 2 books, I have wanted to, so that's what I'm doing. I'm finishing them, and then I'm going to be continuing on with I want to say it's a trilogy, or it is a series for the Briar U series. It's where it's like it continues on with like similar characters but different characters that were like, but they still see the other ones from the other series. I really don't know. That's all I've heard, but so far I'm really enjoying this series. Right now I just got home from work. I have schoolwork to do. I am actually on my last week of college ever, at least for right now, because I don't really plan on going back to get like a bachelor's or a master's or anything. I'm just finishing with an associate's as of right now, and I'm super freaking happy that I'm almost finished. This is my last week. I have one final for one of my classes, which is a blessing in disguise. I'm gonna go eat, do some schoolwork, all that, just chill. Probably play some Sims and listen to more of The Score because I've been really wanting to listen to it since I started it today, and that's all I do at work is just listen to audiobooks. So I've had more than enough time to, but I just want to continue it and possibly finish it today because I finished The Mistake today. So that's the 2nd book in the series. Anyway, yeah, goodbye. I'll talk to you guys later. Y'all remember how I just said that I had to take a final for my last final of college? Psych, I don't have to now because I have over a 90%. Hello everybody and happy Wednesday. So I have some reading updates. I haven't really talked to you in a few days, but I did finish 2 books in the last 2 days. I actually am just going to say that I finished the entire Off-Campus series by Elle Kennedy, which I would probably give the entire series about like a 4 out of 5 stars, like the entire series overall, because I think that's how much I liked it per se, for my opinion. 4th book was my 2nd favorite, and then the 3rd book that I read previously was my 1st favorite, which the last book focuses on Tucker and Sabrina, and there is a pregnancy trope in it, which if you don't like that, just be aware that there's a pregnancy trope, but I do like that, and so I actually really enjoyed it because I don't typically read books with pregnancy tropes, but it's because I don't like look for them. But anyway, I decided to take a break from the Elle Kennedy series, and I'm going to go into the Briar U ones later on, which I think is a trilogy or a 4-set series that focuses on like the side characters that were like brought up in the first series. I decided to pick up a thriller because I was kind of getting burnt out a little bit on romance, so I decided to pick up Leave the World Behind by Rumin Alam. I was sent this as an ARC, but I didn't receive it from like the publisher. I got it from like this book subscription that I did like on Depop. It was like a person that I bought it from, and it's about this white family that goes and stays at like an Airbnb for vacation, and it kind of starts out just really weird, and it's just very eerie, weird vibes. Like, I don't really care for the family because they just kind of give me like, they're just dirty vibes, like white trash almost, like just dirty. I don't know, just because of how like the book describes them, and just the book is just very all over the top. Like, the book is very lyrical. I feel like it's kind of giving me a lot of vibes to this other book. Who am I thinking? All the Ugly and Wonderful Things is what the kind of vibes that it gives me of, because it's like lyrical writing, but this book tries to be very over the top, I feel like. So I feel like this was going to kind of ruin it for me. However, I am enjoying it right now. There's things happening to the city, and this couple that is actually the owners of the house, this black couple, they're older, and they come back to their house and it is like, we need to stay here. Things are happening in the city and we kind of need to stay here. And so they have to kind of like learn how to all live with each other, and weird shit just happens, and I don't even know. I really have no explanation for it. I read a couple of reviews and people have said like the exact same thing. So it kind of looks like it's just going to be like a very like whimsically weird roller coaster ride. I really don't know, but right now it's kind of just pretty cool. It's taking me out of reality, so if a book can do that, I'm fine, because it means a book's good enough to at least do that. So that is it. I'm gonna go chill till my boyfriend gets home and we're gonna eat dinner, and then I'll probably play some Sims tonight, and that's really it. So I'll talk to you guys probably tomorrow. Hi everybody. Today is Tuesday and it's a whole week later since I've talked to you, and I apologize, but I do have 3 books to update you guys on that I've read since, I guess, the last time we've talked. So after finishing my El Kennedy series, I've kind of been in like a thriller mood, and so that's all I've literally been reading, and I've been struggling so hard to just find really good thrillers, because a lot of the ones that I've been reading recently, or that I have only really ever read, have actually kind of been shitty. So I'm just going to talk to you about the 3 thrillers that I've read recently, and one of them is actually like winning for a book of the year, so it's pretty good. Right after finishing Never Leave the World Behind, or whatever it was another thriller I was reading, I decided to pick up The Other Misses by Mary Kubica. I've heard hit or miss things about this book and this author in particular. I've seen a couple people do taste test videos. Like, I know Haley just uploaded one today actually that I want to watch about Mary Kubica's books and her taste testing all of them, and I think she kind of had like a hit or miss with a good couple of them. However, with this one, I give this a 2.5. The 0.5 was because of the ending. The plot twist at the end was really good, and I didn't see it coming, so there was that, and it made me feel so many different emotions. Like, it took too long to get to the end. It was very slow. This book is very slow when it first starts out. I listened to this on audio, so if I were to have read this physically, I think I probably would have DNF'd it. It's about this couple who have recently just moved to this different city that his sister, the main character's sister, the guy, his sister just died by suicide, and they're left to take care of her daughter and her house that they left, basically. And so they're just kind of packing up their life in their old past, which was not good either. So they're kind of leaving from a bad past into a bad present. So nothing just goes right for this family, like nothing. And I feel for like our main girl character, Sadie, for half the book. And then, I don't know, I kind of start to like, I was getting confused and not understanding what was like going to happen and what the twist was going to be. So the twist at the end was very surprising, and I did not see it coming, at least for me, because I don't typically read a lot of thrillers, so I don't really know any of like the thriller tropes that kind of like are thrown in there. So I thought it was good at the ending. Sadly, the whole book just wasn't it. It was very family based, which was not bad, but it was such a slow burn book just to get to the ending. And the ending, it just like picked up automatically. It was just like, okay, why couldn't it have been that pace this entire book? However, the next book that I read, that I'm finally glad that I read this book because it took me a while, it was Horror by Katrina Leno. I've actually read one book by this author before, I want to say 2019, and I actually loved that book. And it was like a magical realism book. I forget what the title is. I'll put it up on the screen if I remember what it is. But this one is kind of like another magical realism, kind of. Not really, actually, because there's no superpowers in it. But it's creepy. Okay, so this book, just going into it, is about this mother and daughter who are picking up their life and moving into the mom's old house. Okay, yes, I've been having a lot of weird things with creepy old houses and people picking up their life and moving to different houses and just creepy house shit recently. I don't know what it is, but I've been really enjoying those thriller books, and I just happened to pick up 2 in a row. Actually, kind of like 3-ish in a row. About a mother and daughter that are moving to the mom's old childhood house, and she left there years ago because of some really bad past that happened, which actually is brought back up after the daughter moves back into the house, and creepy shit happens in the house, which she at first doesn't believe is paranormal, and she believes it's people from school like breaking into her house and doing bad things. And I just really like enjoy this mother-daughter duo, Ruth and Jane. I don't know why, it's just it felt so real. Like, this book was just really well written and well done, and this author seriously cannot ever do wrong in my eyes. I actually have another book by her that I am planning to pick up soon, is You Will Not Miss, or something like that. I've had that on my TBR a lot longer than this one, but I'm really glad that I bought this and that I have this, because this cover, first off, speaks volumes, and I just love this cover. It is so gorgeous. It's roses, by the way. Roses play a huge part in this book, and yeah, I really freaking liked it, and I wouldn't be mad if I went and got a rose tattoo right now, and it'd be based off this book, because it was fucking insane. Just go read it. For my 5-star book, I finished it today, and I'm very shocked, honestly, very shocked. Verity by Colleen Hoover. Yeah, I gave this fucking 5 stars. First off, I think xoxo needs to write thrillers instead of romance, in my very unpopular opinion, because I just don't really typically vibe with her romances. I've read maybe 2 other romances of hers, and now 2 like paranormal thrillers from her, so I've kind of gotten like a good mixture of it. I really loved Layla. That was the first one that I picked up from her. I think I gave like a 4 or a 5, I'm not really sure. And then I picked up a bunch of other romances from her, and they just didn't really like hit in the right places for me, and I was kind of determined that I wasn't just not gonna like Colleen Hoover's writing and books and stuff like that, so I kind of stopped reading for a little bit, and then I decided to pick up Verity because I've heard so many different opinions about this book, just because it's like a thriller and she usually writes like romance, but it's just so fucking crazy. It's so fucking good. Great writing in this book. I really did enjoy it. It is about this girl who is like kind of like a low-key author, and she is offered a gig to basically like finish a series from a really popular author who has just been in an accident and is basically like brain dead, has like a infant brain, they said, and so she can't really do anything. You can't finish her series, obviously, so she has to go and like kind of like relearn her entire series. And within that, she gets close to Verity's husband and her kids, and she finds this manuscript and she kind of just reads it, and lo and behold, some shit goes down with that manuscript and her reading it, and just going from the past and the present with Verity and our main character, and a little bit of romance sprinked in there too, and it wasn't really bad. I didn't really care for like I didn't hate the romance. I actually kind of liked it, but I did like the thriller aspect. It really did have me kind of like a little anxious, a little bit, like definitely towards the end I was very anxious when the whole plot was just kind of coming together. But I really did freaking like this book, and I need to get my hands on a physical copy of it because it just blew me away. I really did not expect myself to like it, but it's kind of making me slumpy right now because I have not been able to pick up another book today. Like, I usually start another audiobook after I finish another one, and I just did not find one that I like today, and I just really struggled. So hopefully I will find something soon that I will like just as much as Verity, but I really don't know if that's possible at this point. Yeah, that's all I have to update you guys on. I'm actually planning on going through my bookshelves, unhauling some books. I'm going to go through my Goodreads TBR because I have not gone through that in a while, and I kind of just want to see what books are on there that I really want to like make my time for, because I'm really trying to work through my books right now, and I've been like reading one after another. I just feel like I can't get enough of books, but I'm just trying to not waste my time on books that I don't like. So that is that. I'm going to go drink some coffee, and I'll talk to you guys later. Hi guys, you're seeing me for the second time today, and that is because I'm doing a physical TBR like unhaul. So these are the books that I kind of just don't have really interest in reading, or if I've read them, I just don't want to keep them on my shelves, or I don't want to continue the series, blah blah blah. So I kind of feel like I'm actually down to a lot of the books that I want to actually like read now, which is really nice and new. So we're just gonna go over this little stack of books that I have here. First being Serpent and Dove. I've already read this. Don't think I'll be continuing the series. I know the second book and maybe even the third book's out by now. I did give this book a high rating, but now when I look back to it, I really did not comprehend anything that I read. So it's just kind of a waste of my time, so I'm not gonna finish the series. Next book is a series that I thought for some reason I was gonna read. If you can't tell, a lot of this is gonna be fantasy because I don't really want to read fantasy anymore. I've kind of just been really enjoying like thriller and romance, and I'm trying to just realize what I actually like instead of just like listening to what other people like and what's popular right now, because I just don't really care. So I'm getting rid of Ruthless Gods and Wicked Saints by Emily A. Duncan. It's a heavy fantasy series. Heard a lot of polarizing things about the author and her book, so going away. Next is Wicked Fox by xoxo. I was actually gifted this by my friend Madison here on YouTube, but I just don't think I'm actually going to end up reading it. And if I do read it, I'll probably read it on audiobook. So the next two books are ones that I'm kind of like really iffy about giving away just because they are signed copies that I got when I was at ALA. The first is The Curse of the Night Witch and the Where Dreams Descend, which I know is like a really popular book right now. They are signed by my name and by the author, so I feel like it's like 50-50. Doesn't really matter. Maybe somebody with the name Carly will like those. Next book is In Real Life by Jessica Love. This is like the first book that I put on my TBR, like when I first started booktube. It is so short. I'm just never gonna read it. I've literally had it on my shelves for I don't know how long. And literally, I'm getting rid of basically like a whole stack of Christina Lauren. So all these books right here are her Christina Lauren. First we have Beautiful Beginning, Beautiful Secret, Dirty Rowdy Thing, Sweet Filthy Boy, and then The Honey Don't List. So first off, I'm getting rid of The Honey Don't List because I fucking bought a second copy of it by accident. I didn't realize that till literally right now. I just bought this copy the other day, and then I realized I already have a arc of it on my shelf. Fucking idiot. And then I'm just getting rid of the rest of this Christina Lauren like series. Two different series. The Sweet Filthy Boy is a separate series from the Beautiful Bastard series. So I got pretty far into the Beautiful Bastard. I want to say at least like maybe 3 or something like that. Third book. But I haven't read it since beginning of this year, so I'm just not gonna read it. I don't really feel like diving back into old series that I haven't read in like the past 6 months because of a reading slump that I don't really remember what any of these are about anymore. It's not gonna waste my time. And then I never got around to the Sweet Filthy Boy series. I never got around to that series, so I'm just not gonna worry about it now. I think it was kind of like grew out of Christina Lauren, which I don't really want to read this one either, but I'm gonna keep the art copy for now. But yeah, those are the books I'm getting rid of. I'm pretty proud of myself. Actually, I forgot I have one more book. This is another arc from ALA. I'm pretty sure I didn't keep any arcs from like ALA. I literally have maybe like a course of like 5 of them. This is Music from Another World. I just never read it. It's gay, sapphic, all that kind of stuff, but it's been sitting on my shelf. I haven't had any desire to read it. So that is it. I am going to go through my Goodreads now for a little bit till my boyfriend gets home from work and try and see what other books I can also take off there. So, talk to you guys later. Hello guys, it is me, and I am here to finish off the reading vlog. This is my second attempt at doing it. For some reason you could not hear me when I was doing it before, so whatever. I'm here to finish off with the last book that I finished and started today and gave 5 stars today. Is my new favorite book of the year, and that is Heroine by Minnie McGinnis. I'm very late to reading this. I think this came out in 2019. I didn't know anything about this book besides literally the title, Heroine itself, so that is literally what it's about. It's about this girl who plays softball, which if you guys don't know, I played softball my junior year of high school, and I absolutely loved it. Best sport in my opinion. And so it had like softball topics related to it, so I actually enjoyed the sport aspect to it. And it's about this girl who plays softball, and she gets into a really bad car accident with her best friend, who's also on the softball team. Her best friend hurts her arm. She hurts her like hip, and so they're both prescribed Oxycontin, which if you guys don't know, it's like a really hard drug. Your doctors just give it to you like after procedures. Like I literally had it after my wisdom teeth were taken out, and I tried it and I did not like it, so I did not have a good experience with it, so I stopped obviously taking it. However, our main character in here got addicted to the Oxycontin, and she kind of just goes on from there with trying to find dealers and making friends with people who also do Oxy as well. And then it gets into more of her spiraling and trying to hide it from her family, trying to keep herself like on the top of her grades and doing well with sports at the same time of doing fucking Oxycontin and heroin also. Can I just say that now? She does get into doing heroin, so there is big triggers for big addiction and drugs like that, because I know a lot of people daily face stuff like this. So I feel like if I had to say, in my opinion, this would be a good representation for addiction. Obviously, I can't say much because I have never faced addiction. I know people that have done heroin and got mixed into really bad drugs and all that kind of stuff, and it really is crazy how this really depicts it and puts it to a T. Like, if you were a person that was struggling or didn't know what a person was struggling with and how they felt every day, like, this is just, like, a daily representation, and you just wanted to feel for this main character the entire time and hug them and just protect them and get them help. And, like, this book was just, I can't even explain it. I just want everyone to read this book, especially if you don't really have, like, a great idea of what addiction is like and you know somebody that has an addiction to something. This book is just really eye-opening, and it is definitely a new favorite of the year, and I'm so happy that I finally took the time to read this. It's been sitting on my shelf for I don't know how long, so I'm really happy that I read this because it's a new favorite. Alright, that literally concludes this super long, overwhelmed, super winded vlog. I have no idea. I can't speak. I'm just trying to get back into filming things. I forgot how to speak to cameras again. I'm just trying to get back into my groove. So forgive me till I get there again. But I hope you guys enjoy. If you did, give it a big like. Subscribe down below, join the family, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye, guys.